Okay, so I binge-watch Spectacular Spider-Man. Apparently, I'm a 2010 kid, so when I was younger, I didn't really get invested through the show's plot. I won't be explaining the show's plot in this video since there's more video analysis of the show up on YouTube, and I'm not making a review on the show itself. I'm just making a review of a specific episode. Anyway, during my childhood days, I only got to watch a handful of episodes of Spectacular Spider-Man. The time I got to actually catch rewards of the show was in 2015 or 2016 when it was airing on Kicks, and I also remember them making it come back to the channel. But around that time in 2019, it was already rebranded as Pop Max. So I want to see some of the rewards of the episodes back then. I was busy watching a lot of Ultimate Spider-Man when I was younger, and I was more invested through the show's plot at the end. The show just had more goofiness in it, so my younger self got more entertained in it. Again, since I'm a 2010 kid, of course I grew up with more Ultimate Spider-Man than I did with Spectacular Spider-Man, since Ultimate Spider-Man was airing more rewards and there was still airing new episodes at the time. Because Spectacular Spider-Man is from the 2000s, so wasn't really airing that much rewards about the time I was growing up. Also, I forgot to mention that last year I binge-watched the whole of Ultimate Spider-Man, and it was a solid 7.3 out of 10. Though now that I actually got to watch Spectacular Spider-Man, I think Spectacular is way better in its own ways. Like the show being more serious, it being less childish, and the show overall just having better writing and execution than Ultimate Spider-Man. I also like the chemistry of the characters even more in Ultimate Spider-Man, because with Ultimate Spider-Man you can be invested in the characters more. And that brings me to today's topic. This is where I get to talk about the batch of episodes where in Spectacular Spider-Man Peter Parker's identity got revealed. This was in a few episodes of season 2. So if you are watching this video and you haven't seen these episodes, click off this video right now as it contains spoilers for the following episodes. Okay, now I will start the analysis. Alright, so the story of how Peter Parker got his identity revealed in Spectacular Spider-Man all started towards the end of season 2 episode 6 of Spectacular Spider-Man, titled Growing Pains. Is when Spider-Man killed the spores by electrocuting in John, this random guy he encountered throughout the episode, who is known as J. Jonah Jameson's son, and JJJ was unhappy about it.
This is all Spider-Man's fault! He destroyed my son!
We then see that Venom crashes through the windows of the Daily Bugle. He then tells JJJ that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and then the episode concludes like this. This is what leads us into the beginning of the next episode, titled Identity Crisis, where this one random character, I forgot his name by the way, basically asks Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and then Peter Parker replied that he isn't Spider-Man. It shows that Peter Parker is trying to hide his identity, but it is already too late since Venom already said that he is Spider-Man. So it then leads to JJJ having the analysis that Spider-Man indicates which Peter saw. That's the same importance to question everybody about his whereabouts. When Peter Parker questions himself if his war of Spider-Man is about to come to it, then JJJ is convinced by a random black man and I literally forgot his name. Like, man, why do I keep forgetting the basic names of the characters in this show? Like, I'm that stupid. Okay, so he's convinced that Peter Parker cannot be Spider-Man because he isn't a kid. According to JJJ, that seems to not really be the case because of the evidence that was given to him. As Peter Parker goes to school the next day, He is told by one of his friends that someone asked his dad if Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Then inside Peter's locker, it shows a Spider-Man mask inside. He closes the locker to have the application of Spider-Man. Eddie returns to the lab and steals a gene creator to rob Spidey of his powers and deals with Elbows, Peter, and the Bloodlords. Then the next time Eddie sees Peter Parker as he becomes Venom again, he starts to have a fright. It's Peter Parker and Spider-Man in this scene. The news reporters then ask why there is two Spider-Men. Then in the B plot, the guy from the beginning of the episode meets Aunt May and asks Sarah for a nephew with Spider-Man. Aunt May seems to not believe this information. Then we go back to the A plot and both Venom and Spider-Man are still having a fight. And in some of the news reporters tell Spider-Man to reveal his face and actually prove that he is not a bad. Flash is interviewed by Ned and tells him that anyone could dress up to Spider-Man to prove his point. He puts on a Spider-Man costume. This is to prevent Spider-Man's identity from being revealed. However, he is spotted by a pair of thugs who decide to take advantage of Spidey's weakness. So then Spider-Man decides to admit the truth as he arrives in time to rescue Flash from the thugs. Then after that, Venom finds Spider-Man and continues to fight him. He then threatens Spider-Man that after his identity is revealed, he will pour the gene cleanser on his throat, meaning that Venom is planning to have Spider-Man's loved ones to be vulnerable to his enemies. Then in the B plot, Flash is in the lab and tells this one guy that him and Peter Parker are best buds and states the fact that he is Spider-Man. Then in the A plot, the fight continues and then it is seen that Venom pulls out Spider-Man's mask out to show Peter's face so that he can reveal his identity. Luckily for Spider-Man, nobody saw him and so he actually entered to take his mask back on. Then few minutes into that scene, Venom tries to pull out Spider-Man's mask again, only for his mouth to be revealed. So then Venom tries to put on the gene cleanser on his foot until Flash Thompson distracts him. Then Venom loses his concentration on Peter Parker, which allows Spider-Man to take the gene cleanser away from Venom using his webs. Then when Spider-Man sees Venom next, he puts the gene cleanser on his throat and then he allows Venom to go back to normal. So now Eddie Brock is no longer possessed by the Venom-like antidote. At the Daily Bugle, Ned concludes that Peter Parker isn't Spider-Man and Peter silently thanks Flash. Then that brings us to the final thing to talk about in this episode. That when Peter went back to school, one of his teachers heard that there's a Spider-Man. He realizes that if Spider-Man's true identity was revealed, everyone he cared about would be in danger. He stated that he didn't really have something to hide but something to protect. The thing to protect that he probably meant is the whole world. Because if Peter Parker's role of Spider-Man was lost, then nobody would be able to fight crime whenever a villain tries to destroy the whole world. Peter Parker himself agrees with the statement. That leads to the conclusion of the episode. Now, what did I think about it? I thought it was very great in terms of its story, and our characters with nice chemistry with each other, which was very intriguing to me. And yeah, the episode was pretty engaging as well. There's not really a flaw I can think of this episode. And yeah, that's all I have to say for this video. See you in the next one.